Good morning, YouTube. Excuse me. JT Serenity Farms prepping here. Let's get right into it, because this is dead serious. General Mattis is quoted in the Woodward book plotting a takeover of authority, aka the president and his administration, using the military. Sedition, treason, insurrection. We're experiencing them all from liberal politicians across the board. Okay, like, share, subscribe, comment. We must spread this word. There are some liberals, some Democrats out there that do not agree with this. I know you're out there. I get why you're silent. But we cannot be. This goes beyond our political ideologies and our differences. Do you understand the ramifications of allowing politicians and military leaders to openly plot the overthrow of a duly elected president? Government. Do you really get that? I'm not sure you do. I am going to try and stress the importance of it during this video. So, General Mattis is quoted talking to Dan Coates, another turncoat, about having to use whatever means necessary to overthrow those in authority. These are two former members of the president's administration openly plotting, calling for the overthrow of the government. Now let's go back just a couple days and throw in some other coincidences that add credibility and the likelihood to this scenario. Okay, we had Camaho a few days ago openly state not only will the violence continue up to and during the election, but after. This is a statement from someone who's 100% confident they're going to win. What would be the purpose of continuing the violence? Hillary Clinton to one of the fake news stations. Under no circumstances should Biden concede the election. None. Really? Why? Under no circumstances? Slick Willie Clinton. The president is currently sandbagging the Oval Office. You can read into that what you will, because the president knows this is all happening. The inference made by Clinton is clear. And what do you got? Omar, piece of crap. That I can't wait until the day we use the military to drag the president out of the office. Pelosi. We're going to fumigate the office, get him out. He will be removed no matter what. And there's been many more instances of liberals, Democrat politicians making statements directly referring to a coup d'etat, by any means necessary. That is insurrection, treason, all crimes punishable by death. But yet the fake news is playing these on a seemingly endless loop, and there are no repercussions from anyone. No Democrat voters saying this is wrong. If we can't win fair and square, we have to accept the results for what they are. Let's go back to the treasonous Obama regime. As Republicans, we did not get enough votes 2 times to get him out of office. Even with all the clear violations of the Constitution and our U.S. rules and regulations and laws. The man committed untold number of illegal actions, sometimes even stating he had no constitutional authority to do it, and then did it anyway. Did Republicans riot, loot, burn, assault, murder innocent Americans? No. We tried to take care of it the constitutional Republican way by voting. This is a very serious matter. I don't know if everyone out there, when they hear this vitriol and direct threats at our president, take it for as serious as it actually is. They're not playing. They're not making this up. They are telling us what they plan to do. These riots, this anarchy, this terrorism, it's all part of the scheme to get this done. We, the people, can stop this. Okay, liberals, Democrats. I get that you don't like the president. I get that you don't like me or my ideology. I don't like yours. Why we don't like each other's ideologies is irrelevant right now. But we live in the only country on the face of the planet that has this election process, which has to be fair and consistent, and then we abide by the decision the people have made. Your side wants none of that. Like I said, I get you don't like anything Republicans stand for. But I find it hard to believe that some of you Democrats are all in on what your party is standing for right now. Do you honestly believe everything that you see happening stops the day after an election if your side was to win? You can't really be that naive, can you? not only will it not stop, it will intensify. They are on a mission. You are the proverbial frog in the boiling pot of water, aka useless idiots. You're being used. They are using the hatred, the racism, the bigotry, the phobias that they have drummed into your heads for generations. What happens when your usefulness is all used up? This is not going to let up. Are you so infected with TDS and hatred for your fellow Americans on the other side of the political aisle that you are perfectly okay with regaining power any way? You're perfectly okay with a potential military coup, assassination, cheating at the ballot box? You're okay with all of that? You don't care if a win is by any means necessary? I don't believe that. Yes, there are a large group within your party that are perfectly okay with that. But I find it hard to believe that the majority of you are okay with that. Your silence is vindication for your party leaders that you are. You still have a chance to rise up and tell them, no, it has to be this way. It is the way that we've always done it. If we win, we win. If we lose, we try again in 4 years. But we need to keep the integrity of our elective process intact. And we're way beyond that now with the statements by these liberal radicals. When they're talking about open coup d'etat attempts, assassinations, dragging the president out of the office by any means necessary. That does not even hint at wanting a fair election. I just can't believe that you're all okay with it. You hear them. You see them. Do you not listen to the words that are actually coming out of their mouth? They don't hide it. They're openly plotting violence, death, and a takeover, regardless of what way the election goes. And if they get their way, you can't even begin to grasp the level of violence and bloodshed and dead Americans that will occur. This is probably the most troublesome thing that I've heard in the last year. I mean, I've known, based on my research, that there were plans for this type of thing to happen. And I am no longer shocked that they're openly stating what they're going to do repeatedly. Even on the floor of the Senate, on national TV, they don't care. When I made that video, we are out of time. Excuse me. I thought we had some. What's today? 9/11. That was 3,000 plus dead Americans that day alone. We lost so many rights and freedoms after that day. And it's been a steady downhill decline since then. You can't even imagine what freedoms and rights you're going to lose if this coup attempt is successful. Even if they win the election fair and square, which we know can't happen, the tyranny is going to increase exponentially. We're done, actually. If the radical part of your party manages to get control, as a country, we are done. If you can't see that, you're part of the problem. But this is an open request for all you reasonable Democrats. It's time to speak up. You must. Some of you have integrity left. I know it. But your silence is deafening. We have less than 60 days. If you're completely okay with everything that's happening, I hope you're preparing. Because what comes after, you're not ready for. Not even close. Alright, like, share, subscribe, comment. We must get this out. Democrats, I know you're out there. You got to step up on this one. After the election, fair and square, we can do whatever we got to do. We work. But we don't have any more time. So for now, JT, signing off.